What's going on, everybody? I've gotten a few questions here on worksheet 7 and worksheet 8. So I'm going to go over a few questions and then we'll go on from there. So first things first, let's go ahead and just do one of these problems with a let's do like just a regular pyramid. Let's do this triangular pyramid. Now, a triangular pyramid is a little odd, weird to see, but we can tell that this is a triangular pyramid because the base here is a triangle. All right, the sides of all pyramids are always triangles, but determines what type of triangle it is the base. So in here, right, because the base is a triangle, this is a triangular pyramid. I'm just gonna write PYR because it doesn't fit. All right, so time to find my volume. So if you remember, the volume equation for a pyramid is base times height divided by 3. And height, this is true height. And base is the area of the base. So, right, so this is the base or area of base. And then the height is the true height, not the slant height. You can just, I mean, some people call it the height, a vertical height. I just like to call it the true height. I think it sounds nicer. But so let's go ahead and see if we can figure this out. So in order for us to figure out most of this, right? So first things first, let's go ahead and I'm going to create my um, right triangle. Actually, we don't even need to create our right triangle here because they already told us that the side lengths of this triangle is 8. The height is 10. And so therefore, um, my volume here is going to be and actually before I even start with this, one thing we need to know is that this triangle here is an equilateral triangle. These triangular pyramids are always going to be equilateral triangles, right? Because every triangle here is congruent, and the only way we can do that is if the bases are all congruent. And since all the bases are congruent, this is an equilateral triangle. And so we can use our equilateral triangle area. So in this case, we've got the side squared root 3 over 4. And then we're going to multiply this by my height. And then all of this is going to be divided by 3. So area, height, divided by 3, right? So let's go ahead and get this done. V is equal to 8 squared root 3 over 4 times my true height. My true height is 10. It is provided, divided by 3. 64 divided by 4 is 16 times 10 is 160 divided by 3. So my volume here, right? Once I simplify this, I end up getting the whole top here. That's 16 root 3 times 10. So this is 160 root 3 over 3. 160 divided by 3 is not possible. It'd be like 53.33333. So we can just leave this as is. So 160 root 3 over 3 meters cubed. And if you put this in the calculator, what would we get? Let's try, where is it? If you put this in your calculator, 160 root 3 divided by 3. I got 92 point. Let's do one decimal. So 92.4. And that's my answer. All right. Now let's keep going. Um, let's do, why not? Let's do number 5, a cone this time. So now for this one, if what they're telling us is a cone has a base area of 36 feet. Now, one thing you gotta remember is that a cone generally will have a circle as its, I mean, it doesn't generally, it has a circle as its base. And then from here, right, you got those slant heights. So this could be my cone here. Now, the area of that base here, this is 36 feet squared. So right away, if when they start telling you keywords like area, you should probably use the area formula just to find the radius or something. So, before we even start, let's just go ahead and start just looking at things. So, I'm just going to go ahead and do my radius here. Then I'm going to make a vertical line to its tip. That way we have a right triangle right here. Because in order for us to multiply this, we need to know its true height, and we might end up having to use Pythagorean theorem. But I know I'm just talking just in case. There's lots of different ways to take to find these volumes, but we just have to start like kind of pre-thinking. So remember, the volume of a uh, cone is base times height. Again, this is true height divided by 3. Same thing as a pyramid. Luckily, they already gave us the area of the base. So let's actually take a look at what that would look like. So I'm just going to erase this. I'm going to say, all right, well, we've got 36 pi as its base. Its height, though, we don't know. However, it has a height equal to twice the radius. So in order for us to be able to find our anything, right, our height, we need to find the radius. So we do end up needing the area formula. So remember, the area formula for a circle is apple pies r squared. So if this is 36 pi, then what we can do is I can already tell, right? We just divide by pi to get 36. 36 is equal to r squared. Take the square root, 6 is equal to r. All right, we found it. All right, so let's go ahead and make this a little smaller here. Sorry if there's noise. A lot of people at my house currently. All right, so I put 6 is equal to 3 r. Okay, wonderful. So now if we know that this is 6, let me do that a different color. The radius is 6. Well, the height is twice the radius, so then this has to be 12. So now we found our true height being 12. So I'm going to just write it over here. R is equal to 6. Height is equal to 12. And then area, or I guess base is equal to 36 pi. And then you just plug everything in. We end up getting 144 pi. And so my volume is 144 pi feet cubed. Awesome. Wonderful. All right. So let's keep going. I'm going to go ahead and skip these. Um, Actually, let's go ahead and do one more here, and then I'll create another video for the next page, for the next worksheet. So here, we need to find the volume of these two given figures, or of this composite figure. Now, the composite figure is made out of a rectangular prism followed by a rectangular pyramid. So how are we going to do that? Well, remember the volume of a rectangular pyramid. So first, let's just go ahead and do this. So the volume of the pyramid, right? And it's going to also be, and I'm not going to do anything yet. I'm just going to write up what I want to do. So the volume of the pyramid, I want to do the volume of the pyramid plus the volume of the prism. Okay. Well, the volume of the pyramid last time I checked, right, was base times height, true height, divided by 3. And then the volume of the prism, well, that's the area. So let's say, again, let's do base of the prism. So in this case, instead of saying base again, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to say that if this is lowercase b, this is going to be my width over here. Now, this is a rectangular prism. However, because it doesn't state anything else, we're just going to assume it's a square. I know that's a little annoying. It's kind of a cop out, but that's just what we're going to say because for this case, again, and actually, we kind of know, again, we know that this has to be a square because on a rectangular pyramid, these are going to be congruent. And so all of these bases are congruent, and therefore this has to be a square. So we're going to do base times height. And then let's go ahead and base times width, or actually, let's just go ahead and label it S for side length, right? So if this is S, this is going to be side squared times my and I don't want to use height again, but I don't think I can, I don't know what else to call it. So we're gonna say height of the prism, and this is gonna be height of the pyramid. Oh, okay, they're both p's. Height of the rectangular prism, and then height of the pyramid here. And this should be uh, our formula to find our answer here. So first, I'm just going to start by labeling that S is 48. The height of the rectangular prism is 18. Now we're gonna have to probably calculate this height here. So let's see if we can figure it out, because I do know that this is going to be 12 right here. Sorry, not 12. Since this is right, it's symmetrical, right? This is essentially it's not being bisected per se, but it's the middle of the square here. So this would be 24. And oh, I actually know this triple. This is a 7, 24, 25 triple. So this is 7. And again, we can actually check this by doing um 25 squared minus 24 squared. Oh, that didn't do it. 25 squared minus 24 squared. I always check them anyway. I get 49. Square root of 49 is 7. So um so I found my height of my pyramid, and this is 7. And what else do I need? I need the base of my pyramid in this case, which again, it's at the end of the day, it's the base of the pyramid is the same thing as my uh the area of my sides, right? So it should just be 48 squared, because it's a 48 by 48. And so let's go ahead and do this. Total volume is equal to 48 squared. This should be like that. It doesn't really matter. 48 squared times 7 divided by 3 plus 48 squared again times height of the rectangular prism 18. And that should be it. So total volume is equal to this should be 5,376. Let's double check it. Mm, 48 squared times 7. Oh, I keep messing this up. 48 squared times 7 divided by 3. 5,376. And then we're going to add 48 squared times 18. So 48 squared times 18. 41,472. When we add those two up, we end up getting 46,848 centimeters cubed. And that should be my answer. All right, I'm going to do another couple problems over here, and then that's it for me for today.